Okay, this is working. Now, let's do something more interesting than replying to each and every request with the hello world. Let's start to return more meaningful responses. So we will need to root inside this web app. But we only have this function. This is what we got, nothing else. So how do we change the logic of responses when a request comes in? Well, let's see. This is, for example, the URI of a request, right? Let's see. Yeah. Now, so this is the URI. So what we want to do here is route according to which kind of URI you're coming. And suppose if you do a root, then we can return this. If you do a random, let's respond with a real index file. Okay. So wait, for now, let's say like this. So what we said is that we don't want to have any more dependencies, right? That's the fun part, that's the constraint. But I would love to generate responses in a more. So I have only emutant here, and I would like to use ring utilities to generate responses. What can I do? I can check this class path because I suspect that that the web emutant is pulling all sorts of dependencies itself, and I can piggyback on that, right? So here is ring core. That's cool. So what I can do here is I would like to use this, and I'll call this like this, and then I can do like this. And say like this. So let's check this. Yes, it works. So let's say that instead of this hello world, I want to return a real HTML response. Now, ideally, I would use the library to do that, Hiccup, but let's see if Hiccup is pulled in. No, so I don't have this, I can't do this trick that I just did, but I can do another thing. I will call my index file and I will generate an HTML5 template and I will call this demo. And now I have a template. Of course, this needs to be a string, so I'll say quote, parody double quote. Okay, so that's cool. And now here I can write stuff like hello world. And this will, I will return this as the response index, and return this. Okay, now that's a problem because this is not real. I will, let's see, I think I want here, I want a web server. Okay, so this is not good because the response is textual and it's not proper HTML. So what I need to do here is indicate that the content type is HTML, right? And here, yeah, so now you see what happened here is that when you do utils response index, it doesn't indicate anything about the content type, it just sends this like this. And when you do like this, the headers, you can see the header has content type text HTML, and then web service or web browsers can display this. So that's nice. Now in this, so now that's what I got here. And here I want to change this to something more interesting. But first I will provide a link here that will be called href is, yeah, that's exactly what I want, random, and then this, and then this. What is randomizer? We'll see why later. So I want to go here now to yeah, that's cool. Yeah, works. So now this random thing, this random page, I would like to make it more interesting. Okay, so I would like to show an image. Why not? I know that I will need Clojure, java.io, code.io, and I'm going to respond here with an image. Which I will fetch from some random API called Unsplash, and this is what I'm going to show. The image. By now you know that I have to specify which kind of content I'm returning. So this is different. This is an image. Yeah, it works. So what happens here is that every time I refresh the page, I will get a new image. Which is kind of cool. Suppose I would like to count the number of refreshes I do in the page, right? So how would I go about that, right? Because you know that we have only one function, right? That's our whole application, right? That's it. Oh, that's better. Yeah. So I can maybe do like this. right? This is our app. Okay, so I want a counter here. So where it initialize, and I want to update the counter every time I do a refresh. Sounds good, right? So how would I go about it? Well, Ring has this notion of middleware, which is a standard extension mechanism in the web world to wrap a handler with more functionality. It's invented by a Python guy, actually, formalized in a paper by in 2003. Anyway, how do we do this then? Well, it works like this. This is the identity function, right? So if I do like this, will this still work? Yeah, because this is the handler, right? And I return the handler, basically, right? And then I do function application on that, right? Yeah, so what happens here is that I can do stuff here, right? Like I can remember what is a handler. A handler is a function that takes a request and returns a response that is still equivalent, right? Yeah. Can you see what's happening here? If I this should be an atom, right? And then here I do update counter inc or something like that. Is this? Actually, I don't need a let. I can just how do I update? No, that's not it. It's swap counter ink. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Right now, oh, there's a problem. There is a problem. What is the problem? Oh, don't need this. Yeah. So let me change 3 times. Now check the counter. Yeah. You see, I'm yeah. So this is middleware for you. And the major takeaway is that you can wrap the application, this is the application, with as many functions you want. As long as they do the right thing. Let's do this. Another one. Functions need to be wrapped. So this like this, and like this. Yeah. Okay. Now, did you see the chaining of middleware here? This is the idea of middleware. Okay, this is the middleware pattern. It's not bad, but it has one drawback. It's that it's not pure in Java land, because the body of the input is mutable when input streams are involved. But anyway, we're not gonna go into this. What I want to show you is that this thing here, this middleware, this chaining of middleware is just one simple idea. It's function composition. Okay, and we can express that in Clojure, in functional programming languages, differently. I will show you how. But first, so this is calling this identity function. This is just a no-op, right? It doesn't do anything, but it shows you that you can do the same trick that we did here, right? That's this, right? So it's like handler, and then you return a function which accepts a request and applies the handler over the request, and that should be also legitimate. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Okay. So this is actually basically just function composition, and I would like to show you this. So what I'm going to do is this. Okay, I will compose all these functions, and then I don't need to wrap them like this, because this is one. Okay. So now they're not wrapped, right? They're just, I mean, you don't need this wrapping thing because you use the composition function in Clojure. Yeah, I know what I need to do here. This actually is not, yeah, it's like this. I need to the compose function. I need to apply the compose functions with the last one. That's what I need to do. Yeah. Okay. So now you see this is like this. The composed functions of my middleware applied to the handler results in the same structure as before. Do you like it? Oh. think it's not too bad.